Yeah, I was just calling because I do appreciate that they do need to save money, and but I live in a rural community just outside of Invermere, and our current issue in our community is we don't even have enough time in the day to work a 9 to 5 job and go to our post office and pick up mail. So we've been struggling just to expand the hours one way or the other, so we can just pick up our mail on a regular basis. I understand what they're doing, and it's great. But if they're going to do that, and then all of a sudden now people need to pick up mail from the local post office, that poses a bigger question on: are they going to make it more accessible for communities like ours, or like this going to kind of waterfall effect into other communities that are bigger than ours, and we can't even get a change in our community, and we're not even asking for like our community box, post office is open from 10 to 4:30 is when we can pick up mail. So if you work a 9 to 5 job, you basically can't pick up your mail until Friday when they're open till 5:30, and you only get that half hour leeway. So I like what they're doing to save money and keep the Canadian corporation going. But what's going to happen with that stuff when it's such a huge struggle to get like in a post office, just get our mail.
Oh my goodness. And so, Mike, for yourself, can you tell me a little bit about your own situation and how you're able to access mail given those hours?
Well, I barely do. Usually I have to take some time off of work. I'm a business owner, so I have to leave my job. I do construction. I have to leave my job early, or I have to wait till Friday and rush home at 5 o'clock on Friday to try and make the 5:30 deadline. And it has nothing to do with the employees there. They're very helpful and they do the best they can, but like their hands are tied with the hours they're open.
Wow. Mike, really appreciate hearing from you. Thank you so much for calling. That's Mike at Invermere. And Adam, I guess, as you said there, for in terms of the accessibility question, there is a program for people with mobility challenges, but you pointed out it remains to be seen how that will work and how it will be funded. And here we are, we have the argument that, okay, 3/4 of Canadians already have been moved to community mailboxes, but here, an example from Mike that how well is it working? And for them, the limited hours are really an imposition and restricting their access.
Absolutely. And I would guess that Mike's situation is not unique, especially for people who live in rural areas of the country. I mean, I live in Winnipeg, which is a dense urban center. And of course, the mail that I get is downstairs in my condo building. I can get it at any point in the day, and I don't have to drive my car all the way across town to get it if I have one, right? I mean, for people in rural communities, how is this going to work when they have to access a place with limited hours? Whether or not they have the means, the ability to get there is a separate question. So people who live outside of urban areas, I think the logistics of this is actually going to be quite difficult. And it raises questions about the universality of this public service that we're supposed to be all dependent on and all be there for everyone who needs it in the country.